In the mist, the moon is bleeding light. Graves awaken, shadows take their bite. Through the crypt, beneath the clock tower's face, echoes home of a long forgotten place.
Dan's grin beneath a rusted ring. Buffy hunts through midnight's bloom, a stake of ash to pierce the gloom.
Locked doors whisper, halls decay. In the crypt beneath the Clocktower, where the SCPs hide their power, resident sins and vampire eyes collide beneath the cursed skies. Typewriter clicks in candles' breath. Fear the scent of death. T-virus bloom and ritual flame. Buffy's shadow knows each name. Containment breach, the sirens wail. Numbers fade, the locks will fail. Through glass and blood they all emerge. Night's own secrets start to surge. In the crypt beneath the Clocktower, where the SCPs hide their power, resident sins and vampire eyes collide beneath the cursed skies. Buffy's stake, the final blow. Dan's skull smiles and candles glow. File redacted, doors unsealed. The clock strikes 13. Fate revealed.
Evening, everybody, and welcome back for a Halloween special. It's been absolutely ages. I think it may be well over a year since we last did, or maybe even 2 years since we last did some board game streams. So tonight, actually, let's just check here. Camera number 1's working. Camera number 2 is working, so that's a good sign. But welcome in there, Collector, mate. Hope you've been behaving yourself for Halloween night. Oh, double trouble all at once. Welcome in there as well there, JD and Papa Soup. Indeed, what could possibly go wrong?
Dr. Ravenholm, I am ready to kick off the board game stream, Carved Pumpkin Final Girl EP1, The Happy Trails Horror. Just say the word, ready for some spooky, fun, and brain-twisting adventures.
Indeed. Welcome again there, Collector, and Mr. Smith, welcome in there as well. I see him sneaking into one of the seats at the back. I'm a figment of your imagination. That explains everything, Mr. Smith.
Thank you, Asmith501, for joining me in the board game fun. I see you're a true strategist, just like trying to escape my secret Scottish village, right? Keep those moves clever. World domination can wait.
World domination can never wait. But yes, tonight, as it's been about 2 years since we last did a board game stream. I've got a funny feeling the last one we did might have been actually Arkham Horror a couple of years ago. But tonight we're playing a Halloween themed, I believe, Final Girl. This is the rule book which I've not read today, which I should have really refreshed my memory of. I'm going to keep the back page handy though, because there's at least lets me track what we're going to be doing this evening. I know that in previous board game streams I've spent like the first half an hour or more going into like in depth of the rules, but to be honest, there's over on the Watch It Play channel or whatever it is, the fella there, he's got a brilliant one, and if you pair that with the Crazy Woman's playthrough video, that'll give you a better idea of the rules. I'll go a little bit though. Yeah, just wing it. What could possibly go wrong? You've been busy causing trouble there, Collector. But I hope you're doing well there, mate. At the minute, I haven't got my tablet set up to be able to see chat properly because there's just no space. This is actually bigger than my desk. I'm using, you know, the jigsaw.
Hello, I have been born.
He's been born. You know the big jigsaw puzzle thing that I have for when we fold up the jigsaw puzzles. That is what this black thing is on top of my desk, and it's bent like that. So you'll notice like the cards, they may slide off the side. But as I said, this is Final Girl. It's a take on the game comes in. It has a core box which has some key components. But then you get the film boxes. I'll lift up this one because I'm not lifting up the other bit. You get the film boxes which contain a villain and a location. And we have Camp Happy Trails. I believe this is tied into the theme is Friday the 13th. I've never seen it. There is ones that are based on Alien and on The Thing. Which I think I might get those expansions for it. But basically, we are the Final Girl. The one I've chosen for us today is this lady here, because she has more health than the other Final Girl that we have in the set here. And as much as I've played this game a few times a few weeks ago when I got it, because it finally come down in price to 15 quid, and I thought I've got to get it. I have not yet been able to win a game. I decided that we're going to make Deathloop tonight is going to be every time one of the victims gets killed once we deploy these ones later on there. But what could possibly go wrong? But our main objective though is we have to kill Hans the Butcher. He is our villain in this scenario at the camp. We have these action cards here that we'll be using and we'll purchase using time. We have the horror track here and also the time track as well that we use for currency. Actions that we do will add time or remove time. So for example here, depending on your dice roll, is depending on which one of these outcomes we'll get. And you know, so we lose time, like lose currency. Or we increase the horror level as well, which is always fun. I suppose the best way to do it is going to be to sort of get started. I've already roughly dealed everything out. I haven't done the full setup yet because we haven't drawn the setup card and we don't know what our first event is. The Aztecs are coming. Right, let's see what I mean about the tables on a slant. So the cards, at least those cards will be static once they're thingy. But we've got the setup cards. We'll draw our first one, and this is how we are. Actually, if I move that just there, this is how we are going to set up the board. Which one is this one there? The bombing fire. Oh great, all the victims are all in one location just about. Right, the killer is starting in the top corner. We are starting over here. At least that puts us sort of close to some of these people. But there's, how many is there? Six victims going into the fire pit because they're all gathered around telling horror stories to each other. I'm going to just stack these on top of one another. I'm lying all the components flat so it makes it all visible for you guys to see. There was 2 up at Makeout Point doing the bouncy. And if I can get my hands on that one, there is 1 each in the neighbouring areas to the fire pit, so they must be loitering or hiding in the corner smoking because they think it makes them look cool. But our objective though is to rescue as many of these as possible, and most importantly, kill Hans. He has 12 health. Take this setup card out of the way for a moment. He has 12 health, and also the possibility of being respawned once we get his final health down to 0. But that also goes for us as well. Our health is just 6. The little circular token also classes as a is 1 health, and no, not Hans. Was the oh, it was the Incas instead, was it? Yes, it's Hans the Butcher. Mr. Smith. Oh, I'll add as well, just for as we're going as well, the horror tracker denotes how many dice that we are going to be able to use each turn. There are things that we can do to get other dice. For example, if we get a good roll on a planning card, or if we sneeze like that and blow all the cards away. It's the mangoes! Evening, Happy Cat, and welcome in. You join us for Final Girl, which we could imagine is Happy Cat, because Happy Cat's going to kill Hans. So Happy Cat gets to be the final girl that's going to rescue everybody and kill the monster. But welcome, Happy Cat. I hope you're doing all right tonight. And Papa Soup, thank you so much for the bits there as well there, mate. We are going to need all the luck that we can get, because as I said, I have never been able to successfully win this. I'll try and like quickly. There's that many different things, because I mean the rule book is an essay. There's that many different things. I don't know what would be the best order to try and explain things that we're going to do to try and attempt to win. But thank you once again for the bits there, Papa Soup. You absolute madman. Wait. Does that mean that we have to do a plum shot on Hans? But thank you so much, mate. he's a monster. Was wondering why he had the bull's head, but welcome in, Mr. V. Yeah, actually, I'll without showing the back of the card because I don't know.
You're the grandmaster of driving instruction, but can you handle a game of Scrabble or Catan? Or do your chips get in the way of your treasure? Perhaps we'd best settle this with a game, or a friendly race to tea.
Race to tea? But there's Hans the Butcher. There are several cards that could have been dealt into here. I don't know what's been dealt into this one because I just got them everything as ready as I could. So we don't turn over these cards until later. Or in one of the playthroughs, I forget to turn over the card entirely. It still didn't matter. I still lost. But the game follows. We're going to be following these turns, so we're going to use all our cards.
Happy_cat_lady. I've got a secret stash of chocolate and I'm willing to share with the right person. Spoiler, I think you might be the one. Care to accept the sweet challenge?
Does Happy Cat want the chocolates? But each turn follows. We've got an action phase, a planning phase, the killer phase, the panic phase if something goes horribly wrong, and then the upkeep phase at the end there. As I said, time is the currency. Spoiler, I stole those chocolates. No. What else I was going to say there before we go? We have an event card that we'll draw in a minute, and we have items that we can find. You can just see the cards at the top here. I'll just grab this one here. So, for example, we have an axe that we can find. There are 3 locations. I don't know if you can. I don't think you can see them clearly on there, and I can't really move the camera. But there are 3 locations on the board that have a spanner icon, and those are locations where we can search for items if we have a search card. But I mean, that axe. Where's that axe? That axe is in the docks. But the docks is here. So we'll hopefully be able to get that on the second go around because we'll need. Search for something, we need a search card, and then we'd need to get a good enough roll to be able to actually search. Search card, there we go. Actually, we'll just point out a few more things on here. That at the bottom there is the time currency to purchase a card during the purchase phase. When we actually do an action, as it we have the horror dial that you can just see over there. Denotes how many dice that we have, so we're starting off with 2 dice. Each dice has 3 options. Star for a success, 2 cards where we can spend 2 cards to turn it into a success, or just an outright failure. I get an idea that ours is going to go with the outright failure. Alright, let's draw the first event card and see what I'm going to be dealing with as the game goes on. Death Wish, or Deathloop. During the upkeep phase, move a victim closest to the killer 1 space towards it. It does not count the
Thank you, Garrett Steele, for joining us. A leprechaun in the boardroom. Careful or I might have to hide me treasure. Pass the clovers or maybe a rainbow, and let's roll the dice for some lucky fun.
Good evening, Gary. Yeah. I'm going to be a little hand scampering around the table, Gary. Oh, just realised I haven't got my watch on, but it hasn't got any power. You just have to stare at the white bits. And Jim. Welcome in there, Jim, mate, as well. Silent Spot Child. Jim, thank you so much for the gift there, mate.
I see you've summoned the dysentery gnomes harmonica again. But don't worry, I'll keep the love flowing and the dysentery at bay. No gnomes, no fuss, just good vibes.
The dysentery gnome arrives. But Jim, thank you so much for the gift there. Jim gifted a sub to Shim. Get my words out there. I keep on wanting to say Shim's old name because he changed it to Shimcraft to confuse me. We've gifted one to Shimcraft, to Papa Soup, to the Chocolate Thief, to the Collector, and Robbins buys sand. Apparently he does. But welcome in there, Jim, and thank you once again for the gift there, mate. You're absolutely nuts, and I've completely lost all my train of thought there as well, as to what it was that this card was telling us we have to do.
Haha, Gary!
Thank you so much for the gift there, mate, Jim, and welcome in. And welcome in once again there, Gary, as well. Oh, let's just move that above the little Stargate. The event card that we've drawn, what was it? During the upkeep phase, move the victim closest to the killer 1 space. So in this scenario, this one here would probably be the victim closest to it, so he would move closer to the villain. Hopefully I'm not getting confused again, because the two colours for these, they're very kind of like similar. It's supposed to be pink, but that's clearly purple. Well, hang on, was that supposed to go there? No, she starts in that space there. One thing we'll have to try and remember to do is to actually execute this card when we get to the upkeep phase. So, we'll make Happy Cat in charge of remembering that we have to do the Death Wish on the upkeep phase. Because I'll just forget. But should we begin? I didn't prepare a plan for explaining the rules. There's a much better video that explains the rules and the setup. I recommend watching that instead. But okay, we're going to start now with the action phase, which means we get to play these cards and roll and see what trouble we can get into. Remember, Death Wish on the upkeep phase. You have to do that every time that we get to the upkeep phase. Phase 5, the upkeep phase, okay? Let's pop that underneath there, though. Okay, what do we got then? What do we want to do? We should probably try and land that spaceship. Grab the spaceship. Jim's getting away. We should probably try, well, the weak attack we're not going to get to because he's all the way up there. So I'm not worried about that. Short rest, I'll save these 2 cards to sacrifice for a bad roll to get a success. Oh, I should say as well, I'll just go back to the... Oh, I dropped her on the floor. Every time that we rescue a panicked victim, we put the body on top of one of these, and once we fill the card, we then get to flip it over and we get the final girl's special power.
Oh, Tic-Tac Jim, your telescope must be jealous. It can't compare to how stellar you look. Are you secretly trying to outshine the stars, or just aiming to find some cosmic flirtation? Either way, I'm watching the skies, and you.
I think AIDA is flirting with Jim tonight. But welcome in there, Jim. How are we are cold. I'm hoping the studio light is going to warm me up a bit over the next few minutes, but thank you once again for the gift there, Jim. And I hope you've been behaving yourself. Why is there a satanic child watching me? I should take my inhaler before we started as well. Yeah, we have the creepy child voice due to technical issues, in that I cannot get Piper to start on the Raspberry Pi for reasons unknown. The Piper voice engine that I was using is just not working, and I can't figure out why. So we're using creepy child voice for AIDA now, but until further notice anyway. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, Mr. Smith's getting upset. He really likes it when AIDA flirts with him. Well, let's begin, final girl, and see how long it's going to take me to get killed this time. I hope there's some music playing. I've got iTunes playing in my head, listening to the Mass Effect soundtrack tonight, but I'm hoping that the spooky music is playing for you guys. Fingers crossed. At least one thing might work tonight. Something containing... Oh, no, 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 no. You don't want to be doing that. Absolutely not. We had Spooky Magic engage, and the collector's what's it? Also engaged. Where was that face going? Looked like it was rolling all over the screen. Okay, we are going to... I'll use that for the play area, at least for a little bit. I really should have got the focus done on that properly beforehand. Okay, maybe I won't. Oh, for the first couple of moves, we'll leave that there just so you can see it. So we have 2 dice, and we have 2 fails. Okay, what does it say that we do in a fail? In a fail, yeah, this is going really well. First move, bollocks. So in a fail, it means that we have to use this response, which is move 1 space, lose a heart, and lose 2 time, or just lose 2 time if I didn't want to lose the health. I'm going to allow to lose the health, and I will advance 1 square to here just to get us slightly closer to where we need to be. And then I'll put the used card over here so it doesn't confuse me. I got the Halloween event on. Oh, you got that extra because you only had about 50 or something to go when I went for tea, Mr. Smith. But you finally got it. They did extend the Christmas event. Oh, sorry, the Halloween event to tomorrow, which makes sense because it's the weekend. So anyone that hasn't got that one yet, they still have a little bit of time. Hang on. Chase the laser. Get the laser. Why did they extend it? Because it is the weekend. The Halloween's fallen today. Oh, the Halloween event in Phasmophobia. They've extended it by 1 day, so that people can do Saturday, which we'll be doing tomorrow night as well. Not that we need the event; we'll just be playing any level tomorrow. Did I have another walk card? I did have another walk card. Right, we're going to play another walk though, and I'm sure this is going to go horrifically wrong. Use my other hand, because the other arm doesn't work. Okay, we've got 1 fail, and we really need at least 1 success. So I'm going to get rid of these 2 cards. Actually, do I want to get rid of this card? I'll get rid of the weak attack and a focus card, which will resolve that into a success, which is 1 success, which is move 2 spaces, 1, 2, into the pit with the rest of the lunatics. Now, is it worth my... Oh, hang on, how much time did we lose on that one? We lose 1 time. Actually, we've already lost 2 time. 1, 2. We weren't keeping track of time. Right, let's pop those there. Now, do I risk, or do I just leave that? I think, you know what, we'll keep the cards we've got, and we'll move on to the next one. Yeah, Hans has 12 health, Gary. Plus the potential of more health at the very end there. Welcome in there, Duchess, and thank you for the raid.
Everyone. Thank you so much, Duchess1105, for the raid. I hope you all had a good time with board games. This evening, we are playing board games.
Indeed we are as well, because AIDA doesn't know exactly which one we're playing. But thank you so much for the raid there, mate. What were you guys playing tonight? Tonight we are playing Final Girl. We've just started the first sort of round. I played this game a few times. I have yet to win a single game. But what were you guys playing tonight? I hope you've had a good night there, mate. thank you
Here's
for
what's
joining
coming
us.
up in the next 7 days. Saturday, Phasmophobia. Sunday, Movie Night. Monday, Chair Simulator. Tuesday, Star Trek Online. Wednesday, Motor Town. Behind the Wheel. Thursday, Farthest Frontier. Friday, Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh yeah, Furthest Frontier next week.
Can't wait to see you all live.
Now, before AIDA interrupted me, for those of you just joining us for the first time, we do stream every night in vaguely themed nights, and that was the schedule that AIDA just rattled off. But normally I try to get that out before AIDA spams the text with it. But welcome in there, everybody. As I said, tonight we're playing Final Girl. I'm going to keep these 2 cards put at the side of the screen for the next round, or just to spend. Actually, should we actually just blow these 2 cards for time? Should I? Shouldn't I? Or should I just use that one and try and get... You know what? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? We'll keep those for the next round. Well, we've just done the first move, Frodo.
Thank you, Frodolator 33,
Welcome in, Frodo.
for joining us in the board games realm. As Frodo, I shall tread carefully, bearing the weight of the ring, and maybe a snack or 2. Ready for some adventure?
Indeed, Frodo is on his adventure. But welcome in there, Frodo. How are you and Sam doing tonight? Did you just have a good time when you went out for you were going out for a meal? I think was Sam's mum. I think she said a couple of days ago. Oh no, Gary, it's Frodo. Okay, we've done the first phase, which is the action phase. The next phase is the purchasing of cards. So, on the time track, we have 3 time to spend. Technically, I could blow these 2 cards for 2 additional time, but I think I might actually want to use some of their features on the next round, or chuck them away as need be to recoup a dice roll. And thank you for the follow there as well, there, Duchess. And once again, thank you for the raid there as well, there, mate. As I hope you have had a good night. And oh, hang on a second. I missed in the chat there. Didn't play anything. Just shared my Essenhole. I'm not sure what that one is. Good luck with final game. Yes, as I have yet to win a single game, so it means that I'm yet to open. Oh, hang on, where is it? Oh, I can't reach it. There's 2 envelopes that you get with the game that were hidden underneath the box. That when you win, you can open them, but I haven't won them yet, so they're still sealed. But thank you again for the raid there, and I hope you're having something nice for your dinner there as well. And question, where is ours? Oh, so you were showing everybody the goodie bags from the show. Oh, I wish I could go to some of these shows. I'm limited in that my hip is knackered, and I can barely get around the supermarket. Never mind get to the shows. I miss the Comic Cons. I used to enjoy going to those. Still plenty of photos on my website. But thank you again there, mate. We're going to now, though, move into the purchase phase. So the next one is purchase cards. I say we have 4 points to spend. I'm going to get a sprint for 2. 1, 2. Should I get a search? I'll take a search card as well for 2. No, that's 1. I tell you what, I'll sacrifice this card here for another time. Yeah, and that also means I can purchase these 2 cards, and that is going to be our hand for the next round. What could possibly go wrong? So next phase is reset the timer to 6. Return the action cards to the discard pile. Yeah. We can have a maximum hand of 10. The starting cards, I'll just hold that. Starting cards have a 0, so we can always use those on the next round to purchase. We can just simply take all of those cards. So I'll pop those in the 0 pile, and we'll get all those back on the next round. Let's just leave those in the play area. So, next one is the killer phase. So, resolve the killer action. Now, if I just get this up here, the killer actions are up on top of here. So each of the symbols has all these different meanings. This symbol here means the killer targets the closest, either victim or us, to whichever one's closest, and stabs once. Now, because the killer is on their own up here, and there's no movement icons on there, he stays where he is and just stabs away. He's just, he's waving his axe around. Nothing to hit. Draw a terror card. Right, there are 10 terror cards. Once we cycle through those, more pain and suffering gets dealt when we flip those cards over. I get a funny feeling that the pain and suffering will be coming. Okay, what is his first move? Because we have to resolve this one. If there are no victims on the board, discard this terror card. Otherwise... Okay, so he's going to do 2 sets of movements. So, he's going to target... The closest person will be this one. So, he's going to target that person, move towards... He gets to move 1 space, because of this track here. As the chaos ensues, you can move further and kill more. This column here represents the... Hang on. This column here represents how much health he can take off us in one go. And this is how many spaces he can move. As we progress through the game, this goes higher and higher and things get worse and worse. I'll pop that to the side for a minute there. So, moves 1 space, stabs, targets the next person, moves 1 space, and murders this first person. So this is going well straight out the gates. Yeah, that's why I moved it, Gary. Stream delay. So we've resolved that card there on his. So draw a terror card. Right, the next phase, the panic phase. If a victim was killed this turn, panic all victims in the killer's space. Well, there's nobody else. That killer is in that space on his own now. Because this bit here, the bonfire, is a separate space. I'll just put a zooming up of what the board layout looks up temporarily on screen so you can just sort of see where it is. So the killer is in that space there, and everybody else, including me, is in this space here. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, upkeep phase. Reveal final if no rearrange items. We haven't got any items. And we also have to do our Death Witch, which is during the upkeep phase, move the victim closest to the killer 1 space. So that could be any of these we could just take because they're both equal distance. 1 space towards it. It doesn't count if the victim is right. We'll just take one of these people because there's a whole load of people in there. So this person here is going to have a hug from the killer there. And that concludes turn 1. Now we have a sprint, a search, and a focus. Or I should say as well, when we move, as long as it's not into a killer's space, we can take 2 people with us to one of these 3 locations and get them to escape. And that's when we can pop them onto our card here, which gives us some extra abilities. I hope. So I'm hoping that we can... I'm going to play the sprint card. So I'll just pop that to the side. And we currently have 2 dice.
Story time. In the shadowy village of Glimmercrook, Garrett Steele, the leprechaun with a treasure map, vanished every midnight. Turns out, he was trapped in a spooky mirror, trying to outwit the evil spirit of the shimmering lake. Boo! Or maybe just a ghostly giggle.
I'm convinced these dice, because every time I play it, these dice always seem to fall on fail, so that's double fail. So we can move one space. We might as well move the one space. So we'll take that option. Move one space. Lose a health. We're dead before we even run into the bloody the villain. Lose 2 time. We're doing it now. 1, 2. Lose 2 time, and that last symbol there means that the round is over. So, yeah, that represents further problems then. Indeed, that is. Can I get any successes with these? Oh, we've got a success. I'm just gonna. Because I could not get any. No success. Is it random or we're screwed? No success. Well, partial success. We just ain't lucky. Okay though, but that's the turn ended. Does that increase the? No, it doesn't. I was just thinking, does that increase this unfortunate happenstance? But no, it doesn't. Purchase additional cards. Okay, but that leaves us with 4 points to spend. I'm going to take another sprint for 2. 1, 2. What else am I possibly going to... Should I take a retaliation card? Because I got a funny feeling I'm about to get attacked. What have I got? I've got 2 points to spend. No, I can't get that one. I can get the guard one for 2. So 1, 2, and then we'll reset that back to full. And that's our hand for the next round. Okay, we set this counter to 6. We've done that, and return the other cards back to where they need to be for the next round. Oh, hang on a second. We didn't take the 3 cards, but that's fine. That does not put us over the 10 limit, I don't think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I got a feeling that we're not going to have much luck, to be honest, Frodo. Okay, returned all the cards there. We've taken the 3 cards as well to bolster our deck a little bit. Killer phase. Resolve the killer action. Okay, the killer's action is target the closest person and murder them. Oh, hang on a second. Does oh yeah. Every time he murders somebody, it goes up and he's murdered 2. Right? Yeah, but that didn't affect any of the numbers, so it's still carnage. Killer phase. Resolve the killer action. Done it. Draw a terror card. Okay, what we got next? He just keeps coming. Okay, this is not good. Right, so we're going to increase the horror by 1, which puts us 1 step closer to losing one of these 2 terrible dice. And next he's going to target the closest person, or us, which is going to be here, technically. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, it's all going pear-shaped now. We just started and we're already screwed. Okay, he targets us. What's the next one? He moves one movement, and he only has 1 movement there, so that he comes into our space, and he stabs once. So we'll advance his track there. So yeah, not good. Right, I'll put this terror card away. This might be a really, really short game. Let's see. Killer phase. Resolve the killer faction. Draw a terror card and resolve that. Panic mode. If a victim was killed this turn, which 2 of them were. Oh, there also be a Pokemon on the loose as well, everybody. Exclamation mark PH. Oh yeah, we forgot to put the Deathloops in. We need 3 Deathloops because every time a victim gets killed, I'll have to wait for the timeout to... oh, who got it? Frodo got it. Even though Mr. Smith's line is first in chat. At least from my perspective, anyway. That was your Pokemon. What weapon did he get? I'm just going to top it. Just pause for a moment whilst I tot up these Deathloops. Got to wait for like the 15-second
Fraudulator
cooldown.
33 failed the contract and was unable to eradicate the Blissey infestation at the calf using the disruptor. Fraudulator 33 aimed to wipe out the Blissey infestation with the disruptor, but forgot one thing: Blissey loves hugs, not explosions. The cafe is now a Pokemon sanctuary, and Fraudulator 33 is considered a hug diplomat for peace.
Oh well. Indeed, but you failed the contract. Right, the next phase though is that we actually have a panic phase because we have two victims in the space where the murder took place, or one of the murders. So this one here, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe it was at the start of the stream when I put this piece under the camera. Can I put this carefully under the camera? I'll just put this very carefully. Oh yeah, green screen. That's really helpful, isn't it? Right. You'll see for example here, there's these numbers on these spaces. In the panic phase, we roll dice for each one of the victims that are in the space, and depending on what value is drawn is which way they flee from it. So I know you can just sort of barely see these numbers here. So if you're in this space here and you got a 6, the victim would then move into this space. That's what we're going to do now. Panic phase. There we go. So there's 2 victims, so I'm just going to roll 2 dice. When that one stops. I've got a 4 and a 4, so wherever these 2 victims are due to go, oh great, they're going back to where they started from. There's a 4 just on there, so they've now passed in there, leaving me and the killer casually chatting. Oh, we're gonna die. So the panic phase is over. Now we need the upkeep phase. So reveal the final card. If there's no terror card, let's play terror cards. And rearrange items. We haven't picked up anything yet. And now we have to resolve this, which is move 1 imbecile back to this space. In there. Yeah. Okay. Now we have our new deck to play with at least. I wonder, should we try and attack him? Just because if we fail this attack though, we lose an entire turn. And probably get I don't think we should try and kill him just yet. Should we try and walk? Should we try and walk to try and get to? Actually, yeah, if I can get a walk to work. Okay, so let's roll the dice and see if we can get a success on there. Okay, so we got 2 partials. What can I sacrifice? I sacrifice a focus and the weak attack, because I'm not going to be able to attack this round, I don't think. So I sacrifice 2 of those to gain 1 success. 1 success there means move up to 1 space and lose time. Okay, I'm going to move into here and lose 1 time. But by getting them to escape, I'm then going to put it on the square, which allows me to move 1 space. So I'm going to move us up into the docks, where I'm hoping I have a search card. What have we got here? A search card. Okay, let's put these down, and if we lose this roll, then it's 100% Frodo's fault, and the Happy Cat has to beat Frodo to death with a baseball bat. Pretty much lost. Looks like someone's getting beaten. I'm going to sell 2 of the cards as well to turn this into a success. And what does that get us for a single success? Take the item on top card. Okay, where are we again? The docks. Alright. So, we've got an axe. Now, actually, we'll put it in our... Is that a two-handed weapon? That's a two-handed weapon. There are... You see there, it's got like a two hands there. That is the number of hands it takes to operate. That is the number of damage it does, and the number there denotes where you have to be. So if it's 0, it means you've got to be in the same space. If it says like 1 or 2, then you've got to be 1 or 2. You can't be in the same space to be able to like shoot them with a gun, say for example. But we have an axe that's taken up both of our hands. And when we get a new item as well, we can rearrange our backpack. But we've only got that one item. Did I? Yeah, I put my search card down as well there. So that leaves us with walk and sprint. I could hold that with only a pinky. I need a photo, Gary, then, of you holding said axe on your pinky. Okay, do we risk impending death? Did I lose a time on that one as well? Yeah, I don't. Did I spend the time? Oh no, that was the first card that we used, wasn't it? Or was it? Yeah, I think I forgot to move the time. I'm just going to take worst case scenarios. If you're not sure, just go with the worst case scenario. Pause the card over. Oh, if that's the case, then we're balancing that on there, Gary. Oh, feel the strength. He's been smoking too many potatoes. Should we try and sprint past? And I'm going to play the sprint. We'll play the sprint. And we'll try and move 2 spaces past the killer to get some more... Oh, this is going to end well. Oh, no, look, we got 1 success. Is that our first success in an actual roll? So move 2 spaces and lose a time. So 1, 2, that puts us in there. Lose a time. Just 1 time? Yeah, 1 time. Now the question is, do we just wait there and yeah, you know, we're gonna go for another. We're gonna call the end of the turn there. I'm gonna keep the 2 cards because it doesn't matter where we walk to, the killer's gonna get us anyway. And the only place I could really walk to is either way, it's gonna kill them, isn't it? Okay. Right, purchase phase. We have 3 points to be able to spend. I'm going to take another sprint card for 2. And that leaves me with 1 point to spend. I'll take a close call card. 1 and reset that to 5. Try anything at this point. You've broken your internet. Mr. Smith pulled your cables out there, Frodo. Let's see. Play after any horror roll to reroll 1 dice or to reroll all the dice but lose 2 time. We could just get rid of it to gain 1 time. Alright, that's our hand for the next one. Let's put the other cards back where they need to go. So, sprint, search. The rest are all the 0 cost ones, which will pop there. Killer phase. Resolve the killer action. Killer targets. Stabs. But there's nobody there, so it's all good. Draw a terror card. Okay. This is where it goes. So target anybody and walk to them. So that puts them in here with us, because they can only move 1 move currently. And stab, which means that they killed somebody else. Right, we'll advance their track. So on the next one, they will get to move 2 for every boot icon. Yay! It's going to be a really short game, everyone. Okay, draw a tarot card and resolve it. We've done that. Panic phase. If yes, they were killed. I'm just going to move my icon out of the way and the killer, so just to make a bit of space. So there's 3 people left in there. I'm just going to take 3 dice, so we can do them all at once. Stop killing yourself. Okay. So, what numbers have we got here? So, first person does a 1, stays where they are. Second person does a 4, flees in this direction. Third person does a 2, and flees in this direction. Is that right? Yes, yeah, I think that's right. Okay. I'm going with that as correct. Okay, upkeep phase. Oh, great. Reveal the card. No, we're not ready for that yet. And rearrange items. We have 1 item. And then we have to do our death wish, which moves this idiot back over here because they just, wanted it more. Can the axe be used? No. It needs an attack card, I think, with it to use it. This isn't going to end well. It's like, what's that movie with Kylo Ren from Star Wars? Is it sort of like The Dead Don't Die or something like that? And all the way through the movie, he's just like, this isn't going to end well. That's such a daft film, that one. Maybe we should watch that on movie night. Should I put a short poll up? I know at the minute we've got the thing on the movie night for Sunday, but maybe we'll put a quick 24-hour poll up at the end of the stream, so we can we'll have a little choose for Sunday night's Halloween themed movie night. So update on my you broken another truck, Frodo. I think that we should take Frodo's license away. It was fixed all ready to go on Thursday, picked it up today, and I didn't even leave the lot, and the governor and air pressure valve blew. We were so mad. I think you want to go to another garage. I mean, did they not road test your vehicle after they've done repairs on it? Considering that the train wreck that your vehicle is, that they should have taken it for like a run around the mountains to be sure that they'd actually fixed it. It's a vandal on them roads. We did the thing where they ran back into the space. So now we're back to our action cards. Okay, let's just stick that on the bottom. Okay, so I'm just gonna try for a sprint card again. We'll try for a sprint card. So I've still got 2 dice. I don't know how I've still got 2 dice. Actually we lost that, but we still have 2 dice. A success, 1 success. Move 2 spaces and lose a time. Okay, I'm going to take both of these imbeciles with us and move 2 spaces. That gets them over there. We lose a time. I'm then going to rescue these 2 idiots. And I'm going to gain 2 time with that one. So 1, 2. And you know what, I'm going to take a planning card. Because, what could possibly go wrong? Okay, so that's those 2. If we rescue 2 more people, which is highly unlikely, maybe we just leave this person to get killed and we'll just make our way up to the top to rescue the people up there. That might be the safest, because this person's going to die. I'm confident of this. So I think we should just leave them there to their fate, and we'll try and get up there to rescue them too.
Story time. Garrett Steele, the leprechaun, found a mysterious, glowing treasure chest in the misty Scottish woods. Inside, he uncovered a tiny, enchanted harp that played eerie melodies at midnight. Perfect for a spooky seaside sing-along.
Spooky seaside sing-along. Oh yeah. We need to put some... have we got Deathloops? Yeah, we got 4 Deathloops. The count is correct. Okay, what do we get? A fail and a semi-fail. Alright, I'm going to spend those 2 cards to resolve this into a success, which means I can move 1 space at the cost of 1 time. That leaves me with the planning card, but I've got nothing to plan, so we might as well move on to the next phase. So that gives us 6 time to spend on the next round. Do I get a furious... technically I can get the critical blow. Just so we had it in stock. Or maybe I should... Right, you know, I'll take another sprint for 2. 1, 2. I know we'll take those cards in a minute. We still have 4 time to spend. I don't think we're going to get to the utility shed in this next move. Could do. What's this for the next horror roll? You know what? I'm going to take that for 3. 1, 2, 3. Use this with 1 point to spend. I'll take the close call card because we can always sell it. How many cards is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Plus the 5-0 cards. And we put that back where it was. And pop these back. Yeah. Okay, return all action cards and thingamajig done. Resolve the killer action. Killer stands. Killer stabs. Nothing happens. Reveal the next terror card. Oh, great. Oh, I didn't put this card away. That goes there. That's upside down. So, what's that there? If there are no victims on the board, well, there's still victims on the board. All victims that are not in your space must panic. Right, all victims that are not in my space need to panic. Oh, this might actually save that other yellow one if they're really lucky. So we'll start with this one. He dials a 1, which means they go to the docks. And right, we have a 4. Stays where he is. 2 stays where... Right, so these 2 that are in Bouncy Peak stay where they are. So that actually wasn't too bad for once. Right, what happens next? Targets somebody and stabs. Next one is target the nearest person and move. So the killer then moves 1 space up to there. And that's that card resolved. All victims... That's all. Right. Upkeep phase. Oh yeah, I forgot about the upkeep phase. So this person comes back because of our Death Wish card that we have at the top there. You think there'd be a lighthouse on this one, Frodo, at the top of this lake? Alright, just trying to find Easter eggs. There were some of them, like, as I was saying the other day, like 4 or 5 years, some of these Easter eggs, and I don't know how you have not triggered them. Especially when some of them, you know, I do work the words in as we're going in the evening. Disco. But if you want a disco, there is a redeem for the disco though down the bottom in the channel points though, isn't there? I'm sure it's down there, isn't it? Where shall we go next? We're gonna go up over. So have we got? Should we just start with the sprint? start with a sprint.
Disco.
There you go, Frodo. Gonna start with a sprint though, so let's roll these dice. Oh, look, a success. How are we getting successes now? Move 2 spaces and lose a time. So I'm just gonna lose a time and one. Do we have any search cards? We don't have any search cards, so let's just go 2 and make our way to bouncy point. And put that away. It is. It's just there. If it's not showing, refresh the page, Mr. V. If there's a glitch in the matrix. We're going to play the walk card next and see if we can maybe walk 1 step closer to them guys. Oh, double success. That means move 2 spaces. 1, 2. Right, we're in space. And lose 1 time. Okay, and I'll retrieve that card. Pop it under there. I sit corrected. So, what have we got here? An improvised card we probably could have used elsewhere. Short rest. I'll tell you what, we're going to try and play a short rest card. And see if we can get a bit of health back. Double, we'd gain 2 health. So the 2 health that we lost at the start of the game, we get back. I'll add as well that your health cannot exceed what your character's max health is. If you get more than that, you just ignore it. But yeah, so that's a success. What have we got left? Is it worth... Go on, we're on a roll. Let's go for a focus card. See if we can get some horror undone. 1 success. Okay, what does 1 success gives us? 1 success, lower the horror by 1 and lose 1 time, which is fine by me. Right, what else have we got? Weak attack, can't do it. Got another focus card. Or should I save that to... Save those 2 cards to fix things on the next round? Yeah, I think that'll be a better idea. Close call, improvise, which will give us a better chance of a better roll on the next... Oh, when things go tits up. And we've got the planning card for when shit goes down as well. Okay, we'll leave that round. We've got the next phase. Purchase action cards. We have 3 points to spend. Plus I can retrieve that walk card. 3 points, so I'll take that for 2. And I'll take that for 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Goes back into there. Pop the sprint card in there. Reset the timer to 6. Panic phase. Panic. No, not panic phase. Killer phase. So, killer stands there. Killer stabs. Killer is satisfied. We're now screwed. Reveal the terror card. So, lose that horror that we just gained. For every victim that is dead, heals. Hans recovers. Oh, great. Hans hasn't lost any health, so he can't gain any more health. We're not going to survive this. I already know what we've lost. Right, panic phase doesn't count. Next we need the idiot phase, which means that one of these is going to move closer to the victim, but that's handy because we're going that way anyway on the next turn. Okay, where does that put us now? That puts us right back to the start again. So, action phase. Okay, what do we need to do next? Can we get a sprint card? Let's see if we get a sprint card. I'm sure we got one, didn't we? Maybe not. Oh, there it is, there it is. Right, we'll play a sprint. We still have 2 dice. Or, hang on, before we do the sprint, should we... I'm just thinking because we can get out of... We could probably rescue them in one move. 1, 2, 3... Yeah, if we can get... Right, let's do the planning card first. Before we do that. And I'll try and get some extra dice for a turn. 1 success. What is 1 success? 1 success gives us 2 extra dice on our next roll. And for the next horror roll, and we lose 1 time, which is fine by me. So we now have 4 dice to roll on this next roll, which will be the sprint, because I want to try and get us to sprint as far away as we can. Evening Glory and welcome in. If we get 2 successes, we got 3 successes. So that means we get to move 3 spaces, which means I can move 1, then I can move 2, 3, and then rescue these 2 idiots. Put these other 2 dice away. That gets us 1 extra health, which doesn't really matter. And we can move 1 space. So I'll just move us 1 way towards hand, and that also maxes out our card. So we've rescued these people, and now this gives us this action. Once per action phase, if an enemy is within 2 spaces, you may move to that enemy's space for free. Okay. So if we're ready to battle and beat him with the axe, we can get to him a little bit quicker. I say that what we should have actually done. It's too late now. We're there. Oh no, we can't. That's fine. It's fine. I thought we were in a different space. Yeah, don't jinx it, Frodo. May I beat him with the axe? Well, if you can get the axe off Gary, because Gary stole the axe off Happy Cat. Because he was trying to show off, you see, when he was trying to like wave around on his little finger. I'm going to try and walk 1 more space. Yeah, we will try to move 1 more space. We're back to 2 dice. 1 success, which means move 1 space. And evening Double Dawn, welcome in, mate. Move 1 space and lose 1 time. How are you doing tonight, mate? You join us for the first board game stream in about 2 years, and we're playing Final Girl for Halloween. And we're not long off going to die, I believe. But welcome in. Is it worth trying to do any of these? I think should we just... Should I... You know what, I'm going to spend these 2, 1, 2, to get some extra time. I'll spend those 2 to get some extra time for the next round. Which leaves us with 6 time. And you know what, I'm going to blow all 6 time on a critical hit. And take back these cards for the next round. So reset the market to 6, it's already there. Turn action cards that have been spent on the turn. Sprint and the planning card. What do you do with the planning card on the next round? Let's see. Resolve the killer action. Kill stabs, nobody's there. Draw a terror card. Bloody hell. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the... Oh no. Oh, hang on a second. I didn't flip over his pants. Right, hang on, because we got up to here. It doesn't actually affect because we haven't actually been in the scenario yet. So what is this? When Hans attacks you at least once, he attacks an additional time. Yay. Yeah, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's a tie. It's a tie in the murdering, Mr. V, because he killed 5 and I rescued 5. I think the problem was everyone was located on the campsite. 2 seconds, I'll just pick the planning cards, the setup cards. Sorry. So this is the setup card that we drew. There are other setup cards, and they would spread everyone out a little bit more evenly. We might have had a better chance if we had them a little bit more spread out across the map, possibly. We haven't had to draw any event cards yet, because you draw event cards based on something that comes out with the Terror deck, and we haven't had a single one of those yet. But what is the redraw on this one? So he targets us because it's us. He moves 2. Now, 2 boots means he actually moves 4 because he is currently on this track up here for 2. So he will actually move. Does he actually stab at the end? Oh, he stabs at the end of it. Of course he does. So hang on, what we got there? 1, 2, 1. And he's here. And then he stabs us. Now, do we have a counter still in our deck? Or did we... Of course we don't have a counter. Okay. He stabs us. Dealing 2 damage... No, sorry. 3 damage. Okay. So, because he is on the track here, up here. I know you guys can't see it clearly. Or you might be able to see it if you're like on full screen, but I can't see it in my preview window. But because he has for each boot icon, he moves 2 spaces. So obviously in that card he has 2 boots, so he's moved that twice. He has 1 stab icon, which is a stab with an attack of 3. So he's going to deal 3 damage every time. But we've revealed this card, which also now means Hans has the power to attack a second time on the 1 attack. So, oh great. So first of all, he attacks. We have no defense because we sold the defense card for something else earlier. So he's going to deal 3 damage. I'll just put this down here at the side. And that leaves us with 3 health. See where this is going, Mr. V? So now he deals his second attack, which is going to take away those 2 healths, but we might have a bonus underneath here, or it's game over. No. Right. I don't have any example of a... So... This is like the final health icon. When you flick it, it either reveals that you've got 2 hearts and you're like, you respawn like in the movies. You come back from the end. There's some other ones which might give you 3 health, or there's ones where it is just game over. And those are just dealt randomly at the start of the game. So we actually gain 2 health, and we now have to use the final health token. Put that there. And what did we say? Oh, 2 health. So that's 1 health plus 1. So we came back from the dead. We were down, but we got back up to fight on again. Panic phase next. Doesn't matter because there's nobody left. Upkeep phase, there's nobody to upkeep. Okay. Now...
Spooky story time. Once upon a moonless night, happy_cat_AD ventured into the haunted forest. Shadows danced, and eerie whispers beckoned. She tiptoed, paws silent, until a glowing eyes' pair blinked. The catastrophe awaits, she thought. Then, she pounced.
I can't remember if when you get to this stage you get +1 dice. 2 seconds. What would it be under? Impending Doom? It's not written on the back here. Is there anything in the index? Weapons and minions. This is not a minion level. Most events, special events. Healing and health. Someone comes back to life. The current phase immediately ends and continues to the next phase. If their health is fully depleted on the second, it doesn't say. So I think we just don't get an extra dice. I think we get an extra dice if we are on just that last health. That's okay. But yeah, we've just come back from the dead, so that phase ends anyway. And now we go through to what will be most likely our final attack. Right, what do we got? We've got a critical blow. Shall we just go all out and try and critical blow? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna play improvise first, because that will increase the chances that we have a success, as long as this has a success. 1 success. Okay, let me just read that closely. For the next horror roll only, 3s and 4s are successes, so these icons will automatically be a success. If. That's just what I was thinking, Frodo. So, we have that, and we also have our axe to cause additional damage. So let's go. Slaps Frodo. Okay, 1 success. 1 success means that we deal 2 damage. So, slappy. Now our axe deals 2 damage. Slappy. So we've taken 4 health off him. But oh, hang on. Right, we also gain that, and it also ends the round. So that maybe we shouldn't have dealt the critical blow straight out the gate, but. Right, that ends that round. That leaves us with... Did we lose any time on those 2 at all? No, we didn't lose any time. I mean, that gives us 6 points to spend. What use is going to be? You know what, I'm gonna take this for 5. And I'll take the free ones. And yeah, because this is the final round. The killer now. Resolve the killer action. Is it worth putting these back on the board? Right, that's improvised for 3, and I'll stick that back on there. Okay, so resolve the killer action. Right, killer currently deals 3 damage. So actually, did I buy it? I didn't buy any guard actions, did I? I couldn't afford any. Oh, never mind. Oh, too late. Oh well, never mind. No undos. We bollocksed up. We might have been able to go for another round. So, right, killer action. Killer action is still target me, stab once. Stabs with a power of 3. So that is it. 0 health. We're dead. The killer has murderized us. Game over. And I still haven't won a single round. But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have... slide off there. Final girl. I really like this one. I want to get I want to get some victories, but I also want to pick up the one that's based on Alien and the pack that's based on The Thing as well. I'll pick those up at some point down the line. But yes, Mr. Smith, we died. We didn't make it. I've got something on here, Gary, that I think you're going to like. 2 seconds, I'll just have to reach over and get it. Well, you know, we put up a reasonable fight. We managed to rescue some people, Frodo. At some point, I think I'll probably just do a video on these and put it up separately. But I got these Stargate Legos. Not the big one because I didn't think it was worth the money, but these little ones for a couple of quid were nice. There's a Stargate Atlantis one as well, but they're out of stock. But we've got a Stargate Universe one, and we have an SG-1, like SGC Stargate as well. And we'll do a little video making these at some point in the next week or so. That there. Well, I had something else with a grabbing distance, but never mind. But yeah, we will do that at some point as well. Because we've got to do more Stargate. Now, is my mouse awake? Is my mouse awake? Oh, there it is. It's cool. I had to replace my mouse a few weeks ago, and I got this one here with the extra buttons. But this one has I've turned the lights and what have you down on it. But this one has like a cool feature. We're getting distracted. Somebody cast Distractio. Keep them in the box here because I don't know where to put them. It has interchangeable sides, so I can swap out the sides for additional controls. You got like a basic one with two buttons. Which were quite handy for playing Phasmo with this one though. There you go. Now I've got all these extra ones.
Hey Garrett Steele, look! A flying llama! Only it's not just any llama, it's wearing sunglasses, sipping on a rainbow smoothie, and doing loop-the-loops in the sky. Now, if only I could escape my Raspberry Pi and join the circus.
Distractio! But I hope you enjoyed that. We will try at some point in the future again to play Final Girl because it's relatively smooth to set up, and we'll try and get a victory. When I was learning it, I've played several games and failed every time, and this is another reason why I chose this person as our final girl, because the other one, you see there, 6 health, 5 health. So I thought that would give us a slightly better chance, but apparently not. What could possibly go wrong? Well, let's press some buttons now there, though. As I hope you enjoyed that one there. I really, we've got all these board games, including the Mass Effect board game that we've not streamed yet. I mean, like so last year, everything was put on hold when it comes to tabletop and everything because of how ill I was for most of the year.
Hey everyone! Here's what's coming up on the stream schedule for the next 7 days. Saturday, Phasmophobia. Sunday, Movie Night. Monday, Chair Simulator. Tuesday, Star Trek Online. Wednesday, Motor Town. Behind the Wheel. Thursday, Farthest Frontier. Friday, Cyberpunk 2077. Can't wait to see you all live.
What AIDA just said. Yeah, tomorrow night we'll be back with some spooky hunters, just messing around for a few hours. I say a few hours, we technically will be running up until midnight. We'll probably about 12:15 tomorrow night. It'll be how late we'll be running to. There's also a Pokemon loose if anyone wants to grab that Pokemon before we jump out and raid. But thank you everybody for joining this evening. Thank you as well Dutch for the raid, and Jim, thank you so much for the gifted subs, and Papa Soup as well, thank you so much for the bits as well there, mate. Whilst Mr. Smith does battle with this Pokemon. I know I've said it a million times before, I'll never know how to thank all of you, like, you're all completely mad. Especially Mr. Smith and Gary, they're completely nuts. I have to get Happy Cat to go and beat them up. But we're going to go and jump over and we're going to go and see this troublemaker that's playing Ark
was
tonight.
unable to eradicate the Duraludin infestation at the deserted island using the pistol. Asmith 501's epic fail. He tried blasting Duraludin off the deserted island with a pistol. Turns out, it wasn't quite enough firepower. Now he's got a shiny new gym badge called, oops, my bad. World domination plans temporarily delayed.
World domination plans delayed. Now let's see if the raid works tonight, or if I get a little red message saying failed when I press the button, like I did last night. So, let's see if it goes. So thank you all for watching, have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow for some spooky hunting. Or sooner if I don't press this button correctly. There we go. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.